That's my car again. My dog's gonna kill you in a minute. Rocco's gonna rip you to shreds. Come on, my kill, Rocco! Kill!
It was my first day in the room, and I can just remember the panic in her voice as she was trying to say what had happened and trying to keep her calm, especially when she's facing the worst day of her life because her husband's just been stabbed.
Thames Valley Police, what's your emergency?
My neighbour has just gone and sat in my brother-in-law's car. And when he got him out of the car, he produced a knife and he just cut my my other half.
So your other half's been stabbed?
Now he's at the front door. Because the first thing that's going to happen is he's stabbed him by his belly.
Stabbed by his belly. Okay. We've got police en route to you.
He's by my front door.
Please stop listening to me.
He's out the front door, he's got the knife, and he says he's coming for me.
Can you see the officers? Are you with the officers now?
Yes, they're here.
My recollection of the early moments when I arrived on scene was the street was empty, it was eerily quiet, no sign of the suspect. We then saw the victim, who showed us a stab wound to his abdomen. I ascertained King had a crossbow when he removed the upstairs window to his property. He literally took the whole window out of its frame. And then he was pointing something out the window and I could see a red glint, and then I realised it was a crossbow, and that's when he took 2 shots at me out the window.
He's out the house! Cameron! Come!
It took a good amount of time before there was any sort of knowledge of a crossbow, and that's when Curtis came around the corner and he called me back and said, he's just come out of the house, he's holding a crossbow.
He's out with the road! I think he shot me. Oh, just run, just run. Just run. Guys, get back in your house, he's got a crossbow. Yes, get out of here now.
I knew something had impacted me, but my adrenaline was so high that the pain wasn't really there. I kind of first realised I was bleeding quite a lot when I could feel it running down my leg. And then I touched my leg with my above my trousers, and my whole part of my hand was red where it had gone through my trousers already. So I thought, yeah, I'm losing quite a lot of blood at the moment.
Oh! No! Gun! Gun! No! Gun! Gun! Yeah. 5'9", yeah, he tried to shoot the dog. Withdraw, mate.
By that point, obviously things had escalated. A dog had been pulled away from the area. So the members of our joint operations unit, who everyone probably aspires up to, look to, when they go, this is too much or this isn't safe, that's when for me I was like, now I'm scared. But I looked around me and I was like, I still have a job to do. There are still people here that are at risk.
We immediately tried clearing them out of the way, and Cameron was doing that. In the end, Cameron ended up picking up a child and running to an address with the child to keep them safe.
I'm really proud of the fact that I had the presence of mind to stay focused on my task. I was able to go, there are kids here and they need to be moved. And to identify somewhere safe for them to go, I don't know how I saw it. You just saw an open front door with someone going in it, scoop up a kid, run for the door, put them in.
Move! 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 Right, get into a house! Get into that house now, sir!
He's round this way, he's out in the open round there.
Where's
the address? Address is behind us. He's out here chasing officers.
We were given information this male had stabbed a member of the public and was now actively hunting police officers. On approach to this male, he carried on his violent ways by levelling a crossbow at us and pulling the trigger. After multiple demands to put it down and to stay stationary, he carried on, posing a significant threat.
All police! All police! All police, stay still! Stay still!
Despite all my demands, despite hoping he was going to put the crossbow down, he refused, so his actions led to him being shot.
All police, stay still! Stay still! Drop it!
Yeah, paramedics now, he's got the crossbow.
We neutralise a threat. That's our number one role as an armed police officer. It's not to kill, despite what people think, it's to neutralise a threat. And a crossbow isn't a less lethal weapon, it's a lethal weapon. A crossbow bolt can do as much damage as a bullet, if not more, because it carries the weight behind it. He can be behind cover with very limited view on himself and still kill someone very easily, rather than be a knife or a sword. We have to be within feet.
Is this secure?
As soon as he was restrained and safe, we went straight into welfare.
Some pressure on that now, please.
I've got a tourniquet.
Do it, do it.
Right. All right, mate? Yeah. How you doing? You all right? Yeah. Good man.
There was a lot of blood. My two colleagues that turned up initially on scene were covered in my blood. That's how much blood I'd lost. And when we got to the hospital, the doctor had a feel of it and said I was really lucky it didn't strike an artery. It was a couple of centimetres away from hitting an artery in the back of my leg.
For a major incident, this is the type of call that you dread, really. Member of the public that's been stabbed, a police officer that's been shot as a result of attending to that incident, and then the suspect also being shot by police. I still find it incredible that nobody lost their life on that day. It was not of the scale of some of our murder investigations, but it certainly generated a lot of inquiries and a lot of officer time in order to do that. We had over 300 individual actions inquiries to go and complete that resulted in something of the order of 275 written statements. We had over 40 hours of CCTV that we collected locally and had to review. As part of that, we seized of the order of 500 exhibits, and from that we made forensic submissions, submitting about 30 different items. I think the unpredictable circumstances around these incidents that just become very dangerous very quickly, it can't be underestimated. And the police and ambulance crew attending certainly displayed absolute courage and professionalism in dealing what they encountered on that day. So the unarmed containment on the suspect's house, knowing that he'd armed himself with a crossbow and was taking aim at police officers on that containment, showed immense courage to carry on with their observations from a safe distance. But again, this is a really great example really of the community and the police working together, then providing witness statements of what they'd seen and what happened, and providing access to CCTV that really assisted in those first hours and certainly that weekend in our understanding of what had happened and making real good progress with the investigation.
I was sad that the officer got hurt, but then I was also incredibly proud of the fact that they've gone out there, they've stopped him, they've stopped anybody else from getting hurt, and they've made that sacrifice to do that.
I'm getting back to a point where policing is the same as it was. It took a while to get back to normality, or at least a new state of normality. But over time, stuff becomes normal again. You learn from the experience, it becomes part of who you are, and you become a new normal you, and that's where I'm at. It's just your perspective on an incident, but it doesn't change who you are necessarily.
I would speak for every armed police officer in the country. We do this role as a voluntary role. We do it in the just in case someone decides they want to really hurt members of the public, we can neutralise them. But none of us want to. I didn't want to. I didn't wake up that morning with any intention of wanting to do that. I went to bed that night having to do that. It was the worst thing I've ever had to do in the sense of how I felt, but it neutralised a threat and kept everyone safe. And I think as an outcome, it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everyone. You know, the armed officer took the shot. Having now seen the footage, the distance he shot from is amazing. I had no idea. And then to the dog handler, he risked his dog to draw attention from me, and you know, gave me time to get further away from the danger. And then the call handler, I understand it was her first day and one of her first few calls. So, you know, the information they gain is vital, and, you know, provides us information on the ground that we don't have otherwise, you know, so they play a key role too. We protect and serve people, right? So, you know, I wake up every day to protect the public. That's what I come to work to do. I love policing. It hasn't put me off policing at all.